Hello Year 12 Advanced English. This is assessment task number 3. This is on Module A, Comparative Study of Texts, Intertextual Connections, Richard III and Looking for Richard. As you'll see, I haven't put the issue date on the task yet, gentlemen. However, I will put this in once I send it out to you, which will be very soon. The due date is Thursday the 14th of May, and it is a hand-in task that needs to be handed into the library between 8:15 and 8:35, and as you know, that late penalties will apply should you be late. Remember, if you are running behind time, to contact Miss McGovern and just cover yourself that way. The essay is out of 20, the weighting is 15%, the mode is viewing and writing. The outcomes assessed are outcome 1, 2A, 3, 4, 5, 8, and 12A. Don't forget to sign your Declaration of Originality. This is really important, gentlemen. It tells us that this is all your own work. Remember, if you are quoting anybody, to cite that so that you don't get yourself into any kind of trouble whatsoever. Important parts of the task, the rubric. You'll be assessed on how well you demonstrate an understanding of the meanings of a pair of texts when considered together. Evaluate. Really important term there, gentlemen. Evaluate the intertextual connections between text and context, and the way that you organise, develop and express your ideas using language appropriate to audience, purpose and form. So you have read by the time you've gotten this task, you will have read, or you will be reading, King Richard III, and you will have viewed Looking for Richard in class. Using both of these texts, you are to watch the little study buddy guide that I've embedded here, and this is a little talk on the intertextual connection of evil in both texts. This is to give you an idea of the kinds of things that you can be writing on, and just to give you a little bit of a combination and a comparison between the two texts. So here we go. You're to write an essay where you discuss the intertextual connections of evil explored in both texts, and include an analysis of how each composer conveys aspects of evil within their context. So obviously you're looking at Shakespeare in the Elizabethan period, and you're looking at Looking for Richard with Al Pacino and that New York context that he endeavours to encounter. The word count on this essay is 1,300 to 1,500 words. So again, gentlemen, we are encouraging you to be economical with the words that you're using. You can't be flowery, you can't be over descriptive. You really need to get into the analysis of how evil is portrayed in both texts. On to the marking criteria. To receive an extensive, so an A-range response, you would extensively analyse how and why Pacino attempts to connect a modern audience to Richard III through intertextual connections, and aligned to that is outcome 1, 2A and 5. Second bullet point, you skillfully explain the ways in which language techniques shape meaning and influence responses, and that's outcome 4. That you can demonstrate an extensive understanding of the relationships between text and context using well-selected and detailed textual references, outcome 8. And then finally, bullet point 4, that you compose a sophisticated essay using a language appropriate to audience, purpose and form. Now this uses outcomes 3 and 12A. Obviously, gentlemen, when we go down to our second band, we're looking at how you thoroughly analyse, how you thoroughly explain, how you demonstrate a thorough understanding, and you compose a thorough essay. Again, exactly the same when we move into the C-range responses, that you soundly explain, you soundly describe, you demonstrate a sound understanding, and you compose a sound essay. Now, obviously, when we're talking about advanced English, we're very much hoping that you have all moved out of the sound range now, and that you're sitting in that upper thorough to extensive band, which is really where we want you to be. And obviously, as we move down the criteria, we go to basic and elementary, which I'm really hoping that that doesn't apply to any of you. You will receive a comprehensive comment and a mark out of 20. Your teacher will certainly, or your marking teacher will certainly be looking at the areas that you are doing well and the areas that you can make improvements in. both Ms. Devitt and myself would hope that once you've completed and received the essay back, that you will undertake and really take note of the feedback that's provided to you, and essentially redraft your essay so that you know how to overcome the shortcomings that you have experienced in your essay. So again, gentlemen, this is assessment task number 3. One more to go after that, and obviously we wish you all the very best with it. Remember, you are able to submit a draft for feedback. Obviously, once one draft has been submitted, your teacher will start to prioritise as to who's are looked at. Obviously, we're trying to get through all drafts, and if we can get through all drafts at least once, then we're happy with that. Okay, that's about it.